Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we're going to enter the palace, go through the harem, and then go through the palace cellar, and then make our way to the Arcane Sanctuary. I imagine that's probably all we're going to do in this video, because as previously stated, the Arcane Sanctuary will likely be a video by itself because of how large it is. Now, as you guys can see, we have the Blood Golem. I was looking at the golems that we have options to use, and the Blood Golem has more life than the Iron Golem does, and what it can also do is it steals health for us, so I feel like the Blood Golem might be a better option than the Iron Golem, because the Iron Golem is very particular. It only by itself is reflecting damage, so I feel like this health stealing might be pretty effective. So that's what we're gonna go with. Is that? Hello, Jaren.
When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Graze and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognan believes that the Arcane Sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lutgalain occupies the site of an ancient Vigerai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care.
And we shall now make our way to the Arcane Sanctuary by exploring the whatchamaplace. To the Arcane Sanctuary within the palace. Yes, that is where we're going to go. I'm a little bit scared about how this is going to work out. A little concerned we're going to get our butts completely handed to us here. Just a little bit concerned, but you know what? We are going to do our very, very best. We are going to do our very, very best. So let's go ahead and get started with this nonsense. What are we going to deal with in the harem? We're going to be dealing with like jungle beasts and like gorillas and demon gorillas. Oh no! Invaders and blunderboars. How terrifying. And as always, they are blocking the very entrance of the room, so there's only a couple things we can actually do. And as you can see, my mages are stuck at the very center of very start of a previous room, so they're not dealing any damage to anything. Which is not necessarily what I like to see, but that's okay. If I just do something like this, this will work out better. This will work out better if I do something along these lines. But the main problem is that Ilzan is not actually even attempting to damage these things, which is not what I like to see, and I can't get into that room because there's just too much going on there. Just way too much going on there. Let's see here. Pressing the wrong button. I kind of want to damage these things myself just a little bit, just so we can actually, you know, maybe get into this room, but that doesn't seem to be something that wants to be happening. So I am going to, I am going to go ahead and do some damage here. Well, that didn't work out exactly the way I wanted to. As soon as I try to start doing some damage, things just kind of go awry. So I am not going to attempt it. I am just going to hang out back here and let my minions annihilate the entire world. These horror mages are really causing significant issues. There is no doubt about that. These horror mages are causing serious, serious problems, and I want them to stop doing what they are doing. So let's go ahead and grab a drink here. We have an Ort rune on our person. We don't need that Ort rune necessarily, so we'll probably sell that when the time comes. Okay, let's get everybody into this room now. Let's get everybody in here. We're kind of wasting town portal scrolls, but at the same time, I want to make sure everybody gets in here, just to make sure we're actually fighting off all these things the way they need to be fought, rather than all being stuck at the start of a room. Okay, let's go ahead and raise some enemies here. Doesn't really matter what we raise, as long as we have a couple things here. So we're probably going to be here a while, because I imagine there's probably going to be a ton of enemies here. Horror mages that are immune to cold, because they are cold mages, which makes sense. I'm using the wrong spell. I always find myself reaching for Iron Maiden for whatever reason. Couldn't tell you why, but that always seems to be the one that I make the mistake of grabbing. But it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is, I suppose. So far, my blood golem is doing pretty good. He is surviving pretty well. I mean, as previously stated, he does have more life than the iron golem does. So I feel like he's probably going to be pretty effective. Okay, so cold mages and cold mages. They are going to be a serious threat. So I'm going to have to pay attention to me getting hit by these cold mages. If I do, I'm going to take a lot of damage. And I don't want to take a lot of damage. I want to take a little bit of damage, or no damage for that matter. A little or no damage for that matter, because I want to live, because I want to survive. Hopefully, you guys understand the logic I am presenting to you guys. Hello there, Greater Mana Potion, I'll take that. I do also need a Super Healing Potion, so I'll take that as well. Man, this place is very awkwardly designed. Never really commented on it before, but there's a lot of areas where enemies can show up and get yourself all kinds of scattered, which is not what I like to see necessarily. Not necessarily what I like to see, but that's okay. That is okay. As long as my minions are doing the job. Ow. The problem is I am not safe anywhere in this room. I am not safe anywhere in this room, really. So I'm just going to go ahead and hope I can find safe spots, but there doesn't seem to be very much in the way of safe spots here because of all the mages that are everywhere. But we're doing pretty well so far, I'd like to think. So let's go ahead and raise a couple of things here just to get some reset enemies so the timer resets. And you guys are really causing me problems just hanging out in the doorway like this. This is leading to significant issues for me. And I'm running out of mana faster than I'd like to. So I'd imagine we're probably going to be here for 1,000 years. Because it's taking 1,000 years to kill everything in here. Which is not what I like to see. But that is okay. We have plenty of time to record, so it really doesn't matter if it takes a long time to do this. There's a lightning shrine there. We're not dealing with lightning, so it's really not a big deal. But you know what? I'll take it, I guess. I suppose I'll take it. What is my lightning resistance? 75, so I must have some pretty decent lightning resistances already if it's pushing me up to 75. Okay, so where are we going exactly? I'm not entirely sure. We're just kind of getting bogged down by enemies right now. And at the start of doorways. These blunderboars are... Alright, well that's not going to work. I can't get into that room like that. So let's see if there's another way. Let's see if there's any other way we can get into that room. Let's see if there's any other way we can get into that room. I'm going to kind of hope that there's another way of getting in there. Because otherwise we're going to be in trouble for the future. We're going to be in trouble for the future. Unless we just want to completely ignore that room, which, you know, we might. But at the same time, getting the experience for that room would be nice. I would definitely appreciate all the experience we can get from that room there. So I don't necessarily want to ignore it. As much as I would, you know, like to not have to take all the unnecessary damage from those cold mages and invaders. But at the same time, again, I want the experience. I want the experience points that we can get for it. So that's exactly what we're probably going to wind up doing. So let's go ahead and raise all those invaders. Invaders are nice to have. Scroll of Town Portal, I'll pick that up. Hopefully pick it up. There we go. Hopefully pick it up one day. All these invaders are going to annihilate all of the lives. They are going to annihilate every single life that there is in this place, even though there's not much life. It's very much in the way of undead. Undead are very much the primary cause of pain and suffering in this world. Yes, there is another way. There is another way of getting into that room. Okay, so I suppose we'll go ahead and get into that room that way rather than, you know, do it the other way. So let's go ahead and get in here this way. Whoa, this room is terrifying. Yeah, this room is terrifying. I feel like that's like the best way to describe that room. Let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Get some money and put it in our stash before we die. All resistance is 9. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'll go ahead and keep that Ort Rune just for the sake of keeping it. Because I can imagine I might want to use it some other time. So let's go ahead and throw that in our stash. And put the money in our stash as well before we die and lose all that money. Because it's very likely that that might wind up happening. It's entirely likely that that might wind up happening in this huge freaking room with a million enemies. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to run around in circles and hope that I don't get my ass completely handed to me. Because this place is just saturated with crap. But I am safe right here right now. So let's just go ahead and hang out right here and just curse all the enemies. I'm more than confident that my skeletons can take care of all of this. It's going to be a pain, but I am more than capable. I'm more than confident they can take care of this if they just keep on hammering away at it.
Tell me your troubles.
And the experience is too good to pass up, so I'm not going to ignore this. I am not going to ignore this. The problem is I am not safe anywhere. I am not safe anywhere right now. So, and Ilzan is taking a lot of damage, so if I can keep Ilzan alive, that would be great. He's just kind of turning into a punching bag at this particular moment. I mean, even with a huge amount of minions, it's still taking a long time to do this. I mean, I don't think anybody's being healed right now. I think it's just taking a long time to do this. Which, it honestly doesn't surprise me, because we're being slowed down by cold mages, which is not leading to good things for us. But I think, again, we are entirely capable. So let's just keep it up what we're doing here. We're doing more damage than they're doing to us, so... Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Don't take damage. Don't take damage from cold mages. Taking damage from cold mages is going to lead to your demise. Let's go ahead and raise a couple of things here. Get some more mages, not mages, some more minions. So we're doing a pretty good job here. We just need to start focusing on those mages, or we're just going to keep getting cold damage and slowing us down. If I can slow down these cold mages down here, that'd be fantastic. My blood golem is taking a lot of damage, but the good thing about the blood golem is that I don't need to use anything to spawn him. I can just spawn him whenever I feel like, so I'm not worried about him taking a lot of damage, because I can spawn him whenever I want, whenever I so desire. So take as much damage as you need to there, blood golem. You can come back whenever necessary. Whenever necessary, you can come back. So yeah, that actually wasn't that bad, in all honesty. That actually wasn't all that bad. There was a lot of stuff there, but it was entirely doable. It was entirely doable, and we got a huge amount of experience for it, which is super nice. That's exactly what we like to see. We like to see experience points. We like getting closer to leveling up. There is no doubt about that. Now you are all by yourself, Mr. Guy. So I think it's time for you to disappear. It's time for your life to end, your afterlife to end. Now, where is the way forward? That's the way to the harem level 1, so that's not the way forward. What about down here? What about the... Ugh. These places are mazes. Gotta follow the map somehow, or you're never gonna make your way around. It's gotta be around in this corner. It's the only thing I can think. Yes, there it is right there. But I can't get in there this way. Gosh darn it. Ugh! Then how do I get in there, then? Do I have to go all the way over here? To go all the way the long way? Gotta do the loop around. The loop around. Palace Cellar level 1. Okay, this is when things are gonna start getting hairy. This is when things are gonna start getting a little bit fuzzy. Because I'm a little concerned we're gonna start dealing with lightning arrow shooters. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. But again, my minions have some pretty good elemental resistances, so I think they're entirely capable of handling it, but me, on the other hand, that's an entirely different story. Alright, there's the waypoint, so that's nice to find right off the bat. That is nice to find right off the bat. And there's the way forward right down there. So we know where that is. Oh no! Black Killer. Cursed, cold enchanted, and extra strong. I don't like the fact that you're cursed and extra strong, man. Cursed and extra strong is always my my kryptonite. It always is and always will be my kryptonite. Ilzan is gonna die. Yep, I wasn't quick enough on the finger movements there. Oh well, not a big deal. Come on back, Ilzan. Come on back to us. We have more business to attend to. Enough being dead. I know being dead is a nice reprieve from all the chaos, but at the same time, we have things to deal with. We have stuff we must take care of. Somebody has triple shots, and I'm not a fan of that. Triple shot arrow shooters are not a good time for us. That is not a good time for us. But if we can take care of the enemies that are surrounding him, we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's try to take care of the enemies that are surrounding this triple shot guy. So let's try to do that if entirely possible. But somebody also has the power of cold. So who is that? Who might that be? Is it this elite down here? Gorge Rule the Sharp. Multiple shots, Stone Skin, Lightning Enchanted. No, he's not Cold Enchanted, but he does have the Lightning Enchantedness. But that's okay. He's being surrounded. And my minions are dying a terribly painful death at the hands of him. But if I can just keep on raising my minions, that's all that really matters. I just hate that he's Stone Skin and Lightning Enchanted. It just means that all of my minions are taking a huge amount of lightning damage. Not a big deal, though. He's being slowed down significantly by whatchamacallit. We got a full rejuvenation potion. I'll take that. Take that all day. We got some super healing. Definitely. Okay, take all that. Kind of low on skeletons. Is there any more corpses around here? There's a corpse right there. I'll take that. Maybe still have some Horror Archer minions down here. And you guys are not even trying to get into the room here, which is kind of bugging me. But I suppose since we're here, we might as well heal ourselves. Which is what we're gonna do, is heal ourselves. And if we can actually fight these archers, my life would be complete. My journey would be finally over if we can take care of these blasted skeletons. So thank you. I appreciate you, skeletons. And my good friend, the Blood Golem. That's the way forward, or the way back, I should say. That's the way back. Ouch! All of your arrows. I'm not a fan of all of your arrows there, guys. The lightning arrows are very painful. They shock my blood, and they stun me, and they make me explode on the inside. Man, Ilzan is taking a lot of lightning damage. Like, a huge amount of lightning damage. I'm not entirely sure what his resistances are. He's got 42% lightning resistance, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not terrible. It could be better. But that's probably why he's taking so much damage, is because his lightning resistance is okay, but not great. So that makes some level of sense. That makes some level of sense, I would like to say. So let's go this way. Somebody has a Blessed Aim aura over there. I just saw it. I just saw that. So who is that? Who over there has a... Whoa! Blessed Aim and Might? That's not a good time for us, man. Hold on a second. Let's do something a little different. I want them to come to us. So that's exactly what we're going to make them do. We're going to make them come to us. Because fighting them in the doorway is not going to be a good time. But Might Aura and Blessed Aim Aura is going to be not fun. Not fun. Are they not gonna come to us? Are we gonna have to walk up to them? Yeah, we are, aren't we? Okay, well, I am not a fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Ilzan, if you can actually start damaging them, I would be quite pleased. because you are our main source of damage output in terms of, you know, your super speed jab. So if you could do that, I would be happy. I'd be quite happy if you would actually try. There's an elite there. Moon Shield. War Enchanted and Fire Enchanted. Wow, he just got totally annihilated there, Ilzon. Alright, well. There was no chance to save Ilzon there. He just died immediately.
Yes, citizen.
Okay, so Ilzon, try not to die immediately this time. Okay, so the elite just decided to walk outside to the room and get himself killed. So fantastic, I'll take that. I'm not going to complain about that. Makes my life a lot easier. Gets rid of one of those auras, I'm pretty sure. Maybe he didn't have the Blessed Aim aura, I'm not sure. I am foggy on which abilities he had. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of archers. That is a lot of archers, so let's figure out how we're going to deal with that. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with that. Especially since they have Might Aura like that. That's going to be a problem. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure how I want to go about doing this, in all honesty. I am really not entirely sure how I want to go about doing this. This is one of those situations where it's like, do I really want to take the time to do this, or do I just skip this? I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about getting my body back. So I'm going to have to do something very particular here. Because fighting that group of enemies I don't think is actually really worth it. So I think I'm going to just move on, in all honesty. Because do you see how fast they're killing my my minions? So let's go ahead and just probably skip that. So there must be a better way to get my minions, my body back. So let's go ahead and try to figure out what it is. There must be a strategy to this. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what it is, though. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that that group of elites because I don't see it being physically possible for me to actually do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and not fight that. And we're just going to go ahead and move on because I don't see any physical possible way that I'm going to be able to deal with this. There's just way too many of them, and their abilities are just way too powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that, and we're just going to move on because we don't have to kill every single enemy. We don't have to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on rather than spend my entire life trying to kill 10 skeletons that are, what, Spectral Hit, Lightning Enchanted, Might Aura'd, and so on and so forth. Well, speaking of Might Aura... Man, we can't escape it, can we? We cannot escape the Might Aura arrow shots, can we? We definitely cannot escape that. So this is going to be a significant issue, especially Might Aura and Cursed. So this is just a constant problem. This is just a constant problem. We are not dealing with good things here. We are not dealing with good things here. So we are not having a good time here. Yeah, I don't know how I want to deal with all of these archers. I really don't know how I want to deal with all these archers. This is just way too much in the way. There's just way too much going on right now. There is too much happening right now. There is way too much happening right now. I just need to say that with words of the English language. There's just way too much happening in one place right now. It's because he has freaking multiple shots. That's the main problem we're encountering, is because he has multiple shots, which it seems like every single one of these blasted archers has multiple shots. And whenever we encounter one with multiple shots, we just get our butts handed to us. But if we can take care of his minions, we'll be okay. So let's take care of his minions. So let's take care of his minions before he annihilates us. Before he and his friends completely annihilate us, let's take care of his minions. Can we actually take care of him now? Is that something we can actually do, is take care of him before he teleports everywhere? We also have poison mages, which is going to be super fun. I don't know what you're talking about. Fun times to be had all over the place. Let's go ahead and put these potions in my pockets while my minions annihilate the entire world. That's exactly what I like to see. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job surviving so far at the hands of this poison damage, so I suppose we'll be okay. Can I go ahead and open this door so my friends can actually, make an effort at going into the room? That would be, opportune. Can I also not be poisoned anymore so I can use this full rejuvenation potion and heal myself? Just waiting until I am no longer poisoned, watching for any errant missiles that are waiting to destroy me. Somehow Ilzon died. I'm not entirely sure how, but he certainly did. He certainly did die somehow or another, and I couldn't tell you why or how. But he did, somehow or another. How much gold do we have now? It's getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to do some more gold farming again, I'm thinking. Yeah, we're getting to that point again. So, gotta think about doing that. Gotta think about doing that. Which is fine. And once again, we're out of town portal scrolls, so I'm gonna have to hope we find one of those again. Gonna have to hope we find one of those again, because I'm a fool of a took, and I frickin' forgot to grab those again. Flesh Wolf, Lightning Enchanted, Ore Enchanted, and Fire Enchanted alongside his poison powers, which is not necessarily fun for me. Not necessarily fun for me, but if we can kill off this elite, we'll be okay. There we go. Wait until I'm no longer poisoned and then use a freaking rejuvenation potion here. Problem is again, I stay poisoned for a million years. So watch out for a missile that's just going to come right at me and destroy me, which I am not going to let happen. Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far. Doing pretty good so far, so let's just go ahead and keep this up. I'm a little bit scared about going up into that top left corner there, because that top left corner seems like it's going to have a lot of really dangerous things. So we have to be careful about that. I'd imagine we'll probably go there at some point just to clear it out, but I'm a little bit concerned about that. There's the Saddler level 3, so we know where that is now. Hello there, poison mages. How's it going, guys? How's the life treating you? How's the life? How's the wife? How's the strife? I can't think of another word that ends in "ife." I was gonna try to rhyme it with a third one, but I couldn't think of anything. Oh, that's right. I'm out of town portal scrolls. I forgot about that. Am I safe right here? I think I am safe right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang out right here while I'm waiting out this poison. Because that's what I want to be doing. I need to wait out this poison. Because I don't want to die. I don't want to die a painful death from poison. That would be a sad day for me. And a sad day for you guys, too, because I would be annoyed. And I don't want to be annoyed. Wow, that poison damage is huge. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back to town for the simple fact that I'm out of pretty much... Are you kidding me? Ah, no! I mean, it seems to me that dying is slightly like a blessing in disguise for the simple fact that it actually allows me to go back to town easier. So it might be something, it might be kind of best that happens, because again, it gets me to town easier. But okay, let me go ahead and go back to town here, get everybody in one place. Wow, that poison damage is huge. Was the elite extra strong? I actually don't know. Is the elite extra strong? No, he's extra fast. He's not extra strong. He's just an elite, so his minions are very, very powerful. So I just have to be careful about that. Was I killed last time by a spark of electricity? Is that what killed me last time? I think it is. I think that is what killed me last time. So can you guys get rid of Rot Killer the Unholy? Can you guys get rid of his face? Okay, so we don't have any more mages. The mages went ahead and dipped out of this joint. So I got all that. Got a potion, another potion, and more potions. Fantastic. We're doing pretty well. We've died a couple times, but that's to be expected. There's a greater mana potion there. There's a super mana potion there. I'm going to go ahead and take that super mana potion, drink this one, and then I can take this. No, I don't need that. All right, onward we go. Do we have some more bodies that we can raise our mages off of? No, we don't. It's just these freaking poison mage minions are annihilating the entire life of all of my skeletons. So can they go away? Can they disappear? I want them gone. They are very scary. They deal a lot of poison damage. Like a huge amount of poison damage, so they need to go away. They need to go away for sure. So what is over yonder? What is over yonder? Anything? Is there anything over here? Is there anything? Just kind of exploring. Just kind of making my way around, seeing what we can find. Just making my way around, seeing what interesting things we can find here in the Palace Cellar, level 2. Because I'm just trying to kind of artificially inflate the length of this video a little bit. That's really all I'm doing. Just trying to make this video a bit longer. That's really all I'm doing. And we're also getting a ton of experience, so that's really all that matters, is that we're getting a ton of experience. Gonna go ahead and drink that. Is there any way to get over to the other side there? Is this going to be also another way to the level 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's another way to level 3, which is nice. So we have a close means of getting there. Now this is when things are going to start getting hairy. Do I want to deal with that? That's the big question. Do I want to deal with this? I'm going to take... No, I don't. I'm going to go ahead and just leave. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. I'm not going to deal with that. There's way too many archers in that room, so I'm going to avoid that. There are way too many archers in that room for me to want to spend my entire life on that. Hopefully you guys understand, because that would have been that would not have been a fun time had I spent my time on that. Cursed? You guys are cursed? I don't appreciate y'all being cursed. I also don't appreciate taking a huge amount of damage from a freaking Frost Nova. That is also something I don't appreciate. So can you guys not do that? I would be pleased. I would be more than pleased if you guys didn't do such things. Yeah, you guys are killing off my skeletons a little faster than I want you to be. Just a little bit faster than I want you to be. But go, my blood golem. You are annihilating all of the lives. You are annihilating all the lives. You're doing an even better job than my Iron Golem did. Probably because you have so much more health than it does. I think it has like 100 more life than the Iron Golem does. Wow, that's a lot of lightning mages. That is a lot of lightning mages for one little area. I mean, as long as we're dealing with less archers and more mages. Mages are a little simpler to handle, because they fire a little bit slower, so I'm not going to be upset about that. Not going to be upset about that, necessarily. Oh, no! It's Vile Burn. He's extra strong in Stone Skin. And also, teleportation. How terrifying! Whatever shall we do? Whatever shall we do? I have no idea, man. Besides, whoop up on their asses. That's really the only thing we can do. Hang out here. Be protected by my friends. Be protected by all of my friends. Oh, there's an elite right there. Grey Killer the Mauler, magic resistant, extra fast, and spectral hit. So we're dealing with quite a few elites here, which is alright. I'm not really surprised to see that. Go for it, Ilzan. You can handle them. I believe in you. I believe in the abilities that have been passed down from your ancestors. Okay, get rid of Vileburn. Get rid of his extra strong self. We don't need him here anymore. He doesn't need to be here anymore, so goodbye. Let's go ahead and raise our mages again here. See if we can get some mages that aren't lightning mages, but it does seem to be the case that we have a lot of lightning mages, which isn't perfect because we're dealing with so many immune to lightning enemy horror mages, but that's okay, I guess. Not that big a deal. Not that big a deal, I suppose. Whoa, stay away from me, man. Leave me alone. What did I do to you? What did I ever do to you, man? Ow. Ow. So much lightning damage. I hate being stunned by damage. It really messes me up big time. I mean, the more I get stunned, the more damage I take from other things, which is not a fun time. Let's go ahead and drink that. Let's pick up some super healing potions since we're here. Since we're here and they're on the ground, we might as well pick up some super healing potions. Gotta kill off this mage before bad things happen to us. I mean, it's just kind of hanging out here all by its lonesome, trying to finish off the mission that its leader was trying to complete, but was unable to do so. There's a flawless emerald there. We'll take that flawless emerald. More lightning mages, as well as dune beasts. As in a singular dune beast, all by himself. Yeah, I would like it if we had... I mean, how many lightning mages do we have? We have 3 lightning mages. It'd be nice if we had more than just the lightning mages, because, again, they're not really doing much against these lightning horrors. But that's okay. We're not finding too many lightning horrors, which is alright, which is good. And onward. Now, where is Fire Eye going to be? That's the big question of the hour. Where is Fire Eye going to be now? Is there another way we can get into that room? I'm going to see if there's another way we can get in there. Because that's going to be nonsense to try to deal with. So let's see if there's another way we can get in there. Let's see if we can circumvent that wall and see if there's another way we can get in there. Oh no! Ranged attackers with blessed aim. Whatever shall I do? Whatever shall I do about ranged attackers with blessed aim? Let's go ahead and raise some Dune Beasts. See if we can get some Dune Beasts to deal some damage. See if we can get that to do some damage. We've even got some invaders we can raise should we want to, which I actually may want to. Because that sounds like a good time. That sounds like something that may work out for us in the end. Provided you guys can actually kill them. That would be super nice. That would be super nice if you guys could actually manage to kill them. We've got 3. You guys can kill off 1 more invader. I can have a 5th one. You guys will kill it one of these days. And now I can raise that guy. There we go. There we go. Now I have a whole army of, an army of the undead. Armies of the undead are what we'd like to see. They are dangerous in Diablo. They're dangerous in every game that they are in. Left 4 Dead, Magic the Gathering, whatever you want to say. They will always be scary. You will always have a hard time against the undead. Whoa, that's a lot of... There's Fire Eye. Okay, so he's the one who's aura enchanted. He's got the blessed aim aura. We're not really worried about the blessed aim aura when it comes to these. Did we just kill Fire Eye that fast? We're not really worried about the blessed aim aura when it comes to these lightning mages, because the aura enchantedness doesn't affect them. Yeah, we did kill Fire Eye that fast. Alright, so I remember Fire Eye being more difficult than that, but I guess he's really not that much of a pain in the neck, which is okay. I'm not going to complain about that. I am not going to complain about that. It makes my life a lot easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and get inside this room here. Let's get inside this room here and actually fight off these blasted horror mages. Because we don't like them. We want them gone. We want them to go the hell away. Gotta put that right there just to have it. Just to have it. Now let's go ahead and see how much more we can clear out of the Palace Cellar level 3 before we make our way to the Arcane Sanctuary, now that we know where it's at. Let's see, is there anything else we can do? Is there anything else we can do, or have we pretty much done... Ooh, okay, this is the other way to get into this room, which is exactly what we were hoping to find. Because this is a bit more of an open space, so this is going to be a little bit easier on us, I think. So let's try to do this. Let's try to take care of all these enemies in this slightly more open space. My mages are getting annihilated, but no big deal, I guess. No biggie, I guess. Let's grab a nice cold one, heal ourselves. And then curse all of the things. Just curse every single little thing. Storm Slime the Hungry, Spectral Hit, Stone Skin, and Mana Burn. Stone Slime, that's an interesting name. There's a lot of lightning mages here. They're not minions, which is good. It's gonna make our lives easier since they're not minions, but... Ilzan, could you actually attempt to fight these things instead of just staring at the enemies? I mean, it's gonna take a lot longer if you're not actually fighting these things. I'm sure you'll actually try to fight them once you get close to them, but... This is taking too long. Can I raise some minions up? That'd be nice. Ilzan is dying. Can I save him before he dies? Can I save him before he dies? Gotta curse all this. Gotta curse all this before it does too much damage. Or can I raise these? Get some invaders up in his house. So yeah, Ilzan is taking a lot of lightning damage, which doesn't surprise me, and he's being bombarded from all sides. Again, he's pretty much just a punching bag. I mean, he has a huge amount of health. I mean, how much health does he have? 1430. He has double my health, but still, he definitely takes a lot of damage from everything because he just kind of absorbs the damage. Which is just fine, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get some revived minions. And actually do a pretty good job of dealing with this room overall. I mean, it's much better of an option to go around and circumvent that doorway. It would have taken a million years for us to kill off all these enemies had I have come from down below like we did before. So this actually worked out much better. This actually worked out much better for us. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. And we were able to pretty much clear out all of the Palace Cellar level 3, which is pretty great. We were able to get a ton of delicious experience points. Look at those rejuvenation potions. We don't need those. I suppose I'll go ahead and drink one, though, just to get our mana back, even though we don't really need it. Now we can go ahead and head on our way to the Arcane Sanctuary, now that we've cleared out the palace. Huzzah!
This is fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
And just like that, we have made it to the Arcane Sanctuary, ladies and gentlemen, which is exactly what we hope to accomplish in today's video. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sell this stuff and call today a success. Let's go ahead and identify these. See how much we can sell this stuff for. Whoa, 6 to 173 damage. That's wild. 35,000 for that. 2233 for that. 120 defense. That's pretty wild. 2 to martial arts. 20 to attack rating. I don't really need that. I don't really need that. I mean, get more... Yeah, you know what? I will wear it because it's 90% better chance of magic items and 61% extra gold for monsters. I have a little less health, but you know what? I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and keep those Sanders Taboo, though. I'll keep them just for future playthroughs is what I'll do. Because those Sanders Taboo heavy gloves are very useful. They've come in very handy this playthrough, so we will go ahead and hold on to those for future playthroughs. Hello there, perfect emerald. I'll take that. Put in that amethyst, and then put this right here. Alright guys, so thank you for watching today's video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we explore the Arcane Sanctuary. Next video might be short, it might be long. It just depends on how long it takes to get through it. But as always, guys, I really do appreciate you watching. It really, really does mean the world to me. I will see you guys in the next episode.